Hey, how's it going? When the universe has been throwing things in my face like crazy, I just feel like as I was reading this, I had to share with you. So, this is from 101 Mindful Ways to Build Resilience by Donald Altman. Freaking amazing man. I've never been able to actually fully meditate and get in the moment or any of those kind of things until I met Donald, and he was able to help me through this entire spiritual journey and kind of given me an inner awakening. But when I was looking for something, and this book just literally fell off the shelf for no reason and opened up to this page. I read it and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm probably not the only one that needs to hear this or do this practice today. So I am going to share this with you from this book. Highly recommended. So it's devoted 100% to this experience. How often have you wished things were different? Do you ever want to be with a different person than the one you're with? Did you ever want to be a different person than the one who was right before you? Did you ever go to dinner with a friend and wish you had ordered the meal your companion was eating? It's easy to reject the meal or experience right before us, believing that things would be better elsewhere. But did you consider all that happens when you reject this moment is that you end up being unhappy, dissatisfied, and miserable? You can put that energy into fighting this moment, or you can accept it. That's your choice. Okay, when I read that, I was like, holy crap. Okay, it is a choice. Everything we do, everything we show up for, everything just in general is a choice. And that's something that, I've used in my life, I've used in my business, I've used in my everything. And it's been very, very crazy for me. So crazy, right, Leanna? It's perfect message. And this book literally just fell off the shelf. And I have no idea how this happened, but it's devoted 100% to this experience. So why do I feel compelled to share this? Because most of us go through life devoted to experiencing what? We're always looking, that saying, grass is greener on the other side, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Well, why not enjoy the freaking tunnel? It's not just about the journey. Let's take a moment to be right here, right now, and just be present and enjoy it. In my practice and with most of the people that I help, we're going through some chronic crap. We're stuck at this image of the sick person. Well, you don't have to be the sick person. You don't have to be the invisibly ill person. You can really just come out and be who you want to be, whether it's a sickness or whether there's just some crazy thought in your mind that's holding you back from moving forward. What is that? Part of it that I've just realized is in the last, few days, is that I have never fully accepted myself. I was having a conversation this morning and they're like, well, don't be afraid to put yourself out and get a no. And it's hell, you can all say no to me. I don't care. Say no all day. But the person that was saying no, that was actually preventing me from moving forward, was myself. There's no more to say than that. Mic drop in my head. Accept yourself and accept yourself for how you are right now. So being 100% devoted to this experience means being devoted to this experience right now, right in this moment. Not worrying about, okay, well, so-and-so is going to hate me if I say this. There are going to be so many of you on here that are going to be like, holy crap, I didn't even know that she had a spiritual side because I've hid it for so long. But it's done hiding because it's not making me feel good. And we're all here on life and going through life to try to find the things that make us feel good. So here's the practice that Donald Altman comes up with, the how to do this, how to devote yourself 100% to this experience. Number 1, devote yourself fully to doing this one thing before you. So whatever it is that's before you right now, devote yourself to it fully. If you feel resistant towards what you're doing, notice the resistance. How would an attitude of acceptance change this experience? So as you're walking through and you see something and something's in front of you, for me, one of the big things is accepting that I deserve to receive. So how does that make me feel? Well, it makes my chest tight. It makes my, all of this stuff just feel like crap. So I'm resisting it. And that resistance is not feeling good. So I can choose to push through the resistance, or I can choose to open up and be like, nope, sorry, I'm going to resist this, or not going to resist this, and keep pushing through even though it feels icky. For me, I don't care that it feels icky, because there is that being with this moment and where it's taking me. I can choose to be now, live forever in this current state of always being titled the sick girl, the person that you never know if she's going to show up because she's sick, or, like you don't know if she's going to be here tomorrow because she might have this freak out and whatever it is, or I can choose to move forward. So that's step one. Step two is to set boundaries. Give yourself time to be present by removing distractions or even technology that weaken your commitment to do this one thing. So pick your one thing, commit to being 100% to it, and set your boundaries. What are you willing to take in? What are you willing to get rid of? What needs to be in this moment to make this moment perfect? The third thing is notice how it senses in each organ and how those organs in your body respond to things. Notice that even the touch, how the sight, the smells, everything. So at this point in the step 3 is really checking into your body. Like for me, the resistance of moving forward, opening up and allowing myself to receive, my chest feels like it's closing in on me. It's like, holy smokes, because I've always had a wall. I've always been so resistant to let things in, because when you let things in, guess what? Things can be taken away. It's really like once you start checking in, it's easy to decipher the pieces of each feeling. And if you actually take the time to check in with your body will clearly lead you on a path to tell you like, hey, okay, well, I'm resisting here. What can I do for that? Well, why is it coming up? How come it's coming up? And then just breathe and let that shit go. Step 4, bring back the wandering mind. Each time your mind wanders, bring it back by restating what you are doing, such as if walking, or working on a project. For me, that's going to be opening up to the idea of receiving. So mine is going to be every time my mind wanders while I'm doing this practice, it's going to be receiving, because that's what I'm bringing in. Number 5, move deliberately and purposely as you do this one thing. So as I'm sitting here being with this moment, being 100% devoted to this experience right now, I'm going to do all my actions for this set amount of time, or days, weeks, whatever it is. Start small. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Take a minute. Say, for this next 60 seconds, I'm going to devote everything I do for the next 60 seconds to this one thing about my experience right now. And then the last step in here is see the sacredness in the one thing. Each ordinary and mundane act, when done with care or attention, can be viewed as extraordinary and sacred. Holy smokes. So just walking, just being, be in that moment. So when to use this practice whenever you feel bored or lose the zest for what you are doing. This practice that awakens as it brings meaning to even the most ordinary daily chore or task. So get out there and devote yourself 100% to this current moment. When this fell off the shelf and opened up to this thing, it's exactly what I'm struggling with. It's exactly what the people that keep coming to me for help in practices in their chronic illness and chronic pain journey. It's what my friends come to when starting something new, or a new adventure, or a new relationship. It's that instead of focusing 100% to this experience, we're letting all of our past experiences and our crazy wandering mind thoughts of the future affect our future mind. Yeah. So that's all I have. I can't even go from there. It's, allow yourself to be 100% devoted to this experience. And what your experience is, make sure you choose that experience. Again, all that happens when you reject this moment is that you end up being unhappy, dissatisfied, and miserable. You can put your energy into fighting this moment, or you can accept it. That's your choice. So, thank you again, Donald, for opening my eyes without even being actually in my current space. You're still in my current world. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.